This Sleeping with the Blackbirds is my first book. I wrote it, as I said in the previous video, while I was waiting to be made redundant, which took about a year. And it's about an 11-year-old boy, Roy Nuttersley, who is having a pretty rotten time. He's got terrible parents and he's getting bullied at school, and he for solace looks to the birds in his garden and feeds them, and he gets some kind of satisfaction from that, and the birds appreciate it to such an extent that they hatch their own elaborate plan to try and help him. But of course this plan goes awry and leads to all kinds of consequences which nobody could foresee. And the book, I eventually got it published, and George Layton actually was quite an important person, because he's the actor and writer. He very kindly got behind the book. He liked it a lot, and in fact he wrote the byline. On the cover he wrote, delightful fairy story that deals sensitively and compellingly with real modern day issues like homelessness, single mums and abusive parents, which is jolly nice of him. Anyway, we got it published by an independent publisher which no longer exists, and I was trying to give the proceeds to charity, to Centrepoint, which is relevant to the book because there's homelessness in it covers various subjects including homelessness. And anyway, to cut a long story short, they went out of business, and I don't know to this day how much royalties they paid, if any. So I ended up self-publishing it. But I was jolly pleased with the book because it got the ball rolling, as it were, and then as the icing on the cake, it picked up a couple of, was nominated for some awards. It was I think in 2018 it was longlisted by the Millennium Book Viral Awards, an American award, and then the following year in 2019 it was listed by the Indie Author Project for distribution to libraries across America and Canada. So that was a big, a big bonus really, and gave me a great deal of satisfaction, and encouraged me to write some more. So there you have it. Sleeping with the Blackbirds. It's still out there. It's published on Amazon in hardback, paperback and ebook, and it's a kind of crossover book, I suppose. It's difficult to define it. I mean, it's down as an urban fantasy. It is kind of an urban fantasy, I suppose, modern day. But it kind of draws on all kinds of different elements, and I suppose at the time I was influenced a great deal by old-fashioned writers like Richmal Compton and Clive King, people like that. And I suppose it was because I was working at the time in advertising, I was falling out of love with the industry. I think at the time that there were things like, you may remember there was a campaign for French Connection, and they were running these awful posters with FC UK all over, big posters, and I just felt that the advertising industry was going down the wrong path really, and I was getting a bit jaded by it all, and I wanted to write something that was actually a bit old-fashioned, actually, because at work I was constantly pissed off by account people who insisted that the clients wanted a copy written in a modern style, whatever that meant. Anyway, in certain words, they kind of jarred with them, which I find really, really stupid. But anyway, there you go. So it was my kind of rebellion against all that to write something that I wanted to write that was possibly slightly old-fashioned. and traditional, but with a modern twist. So there you are, Sleeping with the Blackbirds, and it's still out there on Amazon. Enjoy.